The dawn breaks, cold and gray over the ocean. We fly in silence, our wings heavy, our hearts heavier. Below us, the sea still whispers with a faint red glow, a ghost of the temple we couldn't save. I look down, the weight of it all pressing on me. We tried to save it, I murmur. But maybe we were too late. Astrid flies up beside me, her voice a steady anchor in the storm. Lyra's sacrifice bought us time. We can't let it be for nothing. Toothless lets out a low, mournful rumble. He feels it too, back on Berk. The air is thick with the promise of war. The sky has been dark for days, split by strange lightning in the distance, and the dragons are on edge. Gobber's voice cuts through the tension, shouting orders. If that shadow dragon returns, we'll be ready to bite back. Suddenly, Fishlegs comes rushing through the crowd, his research notes clutched in his hand. Hiccup. I think I found something. Lyra mentioned the heart crystal. It wasn't destroyed when the temple collapsed. It was released. The energy is spreading north toward the frozen islands. My eyes narrow. Then that's where Drakvern's soul went. I turn to the team, a new resolve hardening in my chest. This is it. One last flight. We mount our dragons and soar into the heart of the storm. Lightning flashes around us, illuminating the chaos. If we don't make it back, Astrid starts, but I cut her off. We will. We have two. Our eyes meet, a silent promise passing between us. We break through the clouds into a wasteland of ice and fire. And there, in the distance, a massive glowing fissure tears across the landscape. The very air vibrates with a deep, thunderous roar. From that chasm, he rises, Drakvern, reborn. His body is a nightmare of molten rock and crystal, his wings casting shadows that swallow the sky. His voice booms across the frozen peaks. I am the beginning and the end. You cannot destroy memory. You cannot destroy me. I steady Toothless, my hand resting on his head. We don't have to destroy you. We just have to stop you. The final battle begins. Drakvern unleashes waves of black fire that freeze the very air. We scatter, Snotlout shouting as Hookfung barely dodges a blast. Fishlegs and Meatlug fire molten boulders, trying to draw his attention, but our chance isn't on the ground. Okay, Bud, I say to Toothless, we're going to use the storm. He growls, a deep note of agreement. We dive straight through the clouds, charging a plasma blast. Lightning arcs around us, fusing with Toothless's energy, turning the blast white hot. Below, I hear Astrid shout, now, Hiccup. Do it? Toothless fires. The blast hits Drakvern square in the chest, piercing the glowing heart crystal within. The explosion of light is blinding. Half the island disintegrates in a shockwave of blue fire. When the light fades, Drakvern stumbles, cracks of pure energy spreading across his body. He's unstable. I yell. The crystal's overloading. Then, silence. Drakvern looks right at me, his voice suddenly soft. You cannot erase darkness without losing part of the light. And then he explodes, a silent, massive flash that vanishes into starlight. The force throws us downward, tumbling through fire and snow. Hiccup, I hear Astrid scream. At the last second, Toothless unfurls his wings, catching the wind just enough to crash land on an icy cliff. Hours later, the storm has passed. The sea is calm. Astrid finds me sitting beside an exhausted but very alive Toothless. It's over, she says, kneeling beside me. I look at the sky. No, it's never over. Drakvern's gone. But his memory remains in every dragon, in every flame. Just then, Fishlegs points to the horizon. Look, a gentle, golden light rises from the sea. It forms a dragon-shaped aura that flies upward, dissolving into the stars. A faint smile touches my lips. Maybe even the darkest dragons can find peace. Weeks later, Berk is rebuilding. Laughter and the calls of dragons fill the air once more. Gobber claps me on the back. So, Hiccup the Dragon Whisperer saves the world. Again, Astrid smirks. Let's just hope he doesn't have to do it a third time. I just grin. No promises. Dragons and humans. We've been enemies, allies, enemies again. But maybe one day, we'll finally understand each other. Toothless nudges me, and I pat his head. Ready to fly, Bud, he growls playfully and spreads his wings. Together, we soar into the sunrise, free and united. But far below, in the deep ocean, the water ripples. A single shard of red crystal begins to glow. And a faint whisper echoes, the fire sleeps, but it will rise again.